Hello guys, welcome back to another video with me, HJ Constrictors, and in this video we're shutting down our Tegu enclosure. Now, let's explain why we're doing just that. So basically the time has come and we've rehomed our Argentine black and white captive bred Tegu. We've rehomed him to a local zoo slash farm, and I'll put up some photos here and here. He's in an absolute massive, like the size of our reptile room. Like, he's in that big of a room for himself. It's all kitted out, humidity, evo stats, loads of logs. It's just great. Obviously really sad, quite upset. Didn't want to film the day and the process. It happened yesterday, just because it's quite, like, you know, upsetting. He's like a long-term pet, more like a dog. But what we're going to do in this video is feed this big guy and break down his tank. We've got his lights, all of his electrics to come off. We're going to have all the dirt to come out, so we've got the buckets, and then we're going to make way for the new plans that we've got, which we'll be explaining after we've done that. Now, I'm just editing this video, if it wants to focus. There we go. And in actual fact, I just realised, like, I literally just started doing this video right now, and the, like, mood in this video was just instantly flat. Because you could see, why is this camera not focusing? You could see just how, like, upset I was by it. But yeah, like, I don't know what you want me to do or say. It's just how this video is. Because yeah, I'm obviously upset by the fact that, you know, what has happened. Happy because he's gone to a much bigger and better place, and a much more sort of place that suits him. It will help, like, everything to do with his growth and his progression. I can go visit him whenever I want, but just a little apology for the flat start to the video. From here on in, we're going to be happy and smiley, and get on with the rest of this video if the camera will focus. Okay, so it's actually the next day now. We didn't really finish this till like 9:30, 10 o'clock last night, and then I had to get a shower before work because I was just covered in dust. Like, trying to get all of that substrate out, I think I put about 4 or 5 bags of topsoil in this enclosure. So just getting it out where the heat light has dried it out, I was shoveling it into buckets, and it was just, the dust was everywhere. Had to wipe down all of the other enclosures, and the fish tank is still a bit dusty. But yeah, so we stopped it there. So what we have done, I'll show you guys now. So what we've done, we've taken the glass out. We haven't given it a clean yet. You can see me in the reflection. We've taken some of the vents out, and the locks are off, which are here. And what we've actually done is removed everything internal apart from the heat bulb. We've still got the heat bulb on a habitat, which you can see there. I'll explain why in a minute, but we have removed the Jungle Dawn LED bar and the UVB strip. You can't really see them that great there. Now we can obviously use the Jungle Dawn for a new vivarium, which is going to go here, like this one. And instead of an LED light like that, a thin beam one, we can actually use a big, nice Jungle Dawn like this. And I can't actually get rid of this heat bulb at the minute because this warms the top of the wood because heat rises, and it's currently 29.4 in these two little rubs here, which are currently Holden / isolation racks or tubs for our 2 new ball pythons, which we showed you in the last video. The GHI Mojave female and the, you kind of see the, what is this again? This is the leopard. Yeah, I don't even know what is in there. I've just had a brain blockage. Wow. But yeah, the GHI is in there. Again, you can't see him at all. And then we've got the other guy in here. And these are just heated nicely by this heat light. So the second we remove this, their heat goes. So what we've got to do is basically remove this heat light, take these 2 off the tank, this off the tank, this off the tank, this off the tank, all of this. Try and get this huge tank out down here and down the stairs, and then what we're going to do is get 2 more of these to go here and here, and move these guys into there. if that made any sense at all. So once we actually get the new tanks ordered, we've also got to order the deep heat projectors, the thermostats, the cages that hold the projectors so the snakes don't get burnt, the holders that hold the projectors. Oh, we've got to get so much. Got a massive bag of substrate there, so we're good on that front, but this is going to be long and quite expensive. But it's for the 2 females. This is a 4-foot and this has got a male in, so I mean, you know, I like to give him more than enough room. A male in a 4-foot, and that will do him for life. So I'm hoping the females will go into a 4-foot as well, but instead of doing this kind of length, we might keep the length but go a little bit wider and a little bit taller, because the price difference isn't a whole lot, so that might be better to see as well. But we're going to price it all up, have a little look, and hopefully get these guys moved. But we just got to keep working on this big tank first. So we're just sat in here with little Gussie, chilling out. I just realised in all the other clips there's a horrible background noise. That is because the fish tank filter, which was an absolute nuisance. I've turned it off for now. But basically we might have to do this video in 2 parts, bit of a dead end. I basically messaged somebody on Facebook Marketplace who had a really cheap second-hand vivarium in good condition, and they just haven't got back to me, and I was going to buy that, and that was going to be like the next segment or like part of the video. It's the exact same as that one, but it's the same length in terms of 4 feet, but it's actually a little bit higher and a little bit wider, which would be perfect for the female ball pythons. And obviously it's cheaper as well and local, so I thought why not. But yeah, we haven't really heard nothing back, so it might have to be a 2-parter. But in terms of progress, he's not been helping a great deal. We're still leaving this light on every day, like I said, just to help the heat issue with the ball pythons, but they're still eating great. We have got the footage of this guy eating, which we can play over here now. That's the first time he's actually taken a small rat, so he's off the large rat weaners, he's now on the small rats. It looked like it weren't going to go down, but he managed to fit it in, so yeah, that is great. But like I say, in terms of getting this done, we're at a bit of a dead end, which kind of sucks for the video, but I might just have to do a 1-part and 2-part. I mean, I did have a couple more ideas. I did think that this tank could be painted black, like these 3 up here, and then we could put both of the ball pythons in one side each, make like a little section here, like halving it off, and do like 1 snake there and 1 there. But it's just not long enough. I mean, that's only, well, you think that's 4 foot above, so yeah, that's not a great deal in terms of length, especially for a female royal python. Males obviously being a little bit smaller. So yeah, the height would be great, but in terms of, and the depth, but in terms of the length, it's not a great deal, and they're not the most arboreal snakes, although mine does go on these logs up here. Yeah, I just don't think it will work, and then probably end up getting too hot with 2 different heating elements each side. So yeah, it's definitely got to come out. But now the room is kind of clean, this little guy can just be fed on the floor and just roam around and do his thing and sniff my ankle and probably try and bite it. But Gus is doing great, for those wondering. Getting real big. Starting to think he is a female, like I said the other day. So yeah, might have to do a little name change, and that's good because Gussie is going to be Gusseline and get a lot bigger. So yeah, she's quite happy, just roaming around, wondering where's Tegu gone. But we've got a visit for him Thursday, and we're going to go visit him Thursday and see how he's getting on. So I'll take you guys along and do a video, show you guys where he is and where he's living. Isn't that right, Gus? So as much as that kind of sucks in terms of not hearing nothing back from the seller of the vivarium, that basically covers this video. It's not a mega long one, but like I say, this is only going to be a part 1. Make sure you subscribe for the part 2, because that's where all the fun stuff is going to happen. We're going to the farm, not tomorrow but the next day, to visit Tegu, to see how he's getting on. I want to take you guys there with me, show you all the other amazing animals that are there, and basically what he's living with, because there's some great stuff there. And obviously we're going to be installing, setting up and putting together the new tanks for the ball pythons. So yeah, part 2 is going to be a banger. So make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe, stay tuned for that one very soon. See you guys next week.